I don't like what I'm seeing. What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about Married to Medicine, Season 12, Episode 8. And the name of the episode is called Girls Trip -1. You guys, sorry that I'm late. I got a lot going on. And then with this winter storm that came this last weekend and this week, for some reason, it has been as cold, but it hasn't been raining like it was this weekend. And every so often the lights go on and off and on and off, and it's been doing that these last couple of days. Okay, but we are here today. This is Thursday morning. I'm just getting in from the gym, and so I will try to have this video out. I'll try to edit it as quickly as I can. If I edit it, I don't know, because I feel like editing take a lot of time. I like to listen to people who have done this before and OGs in the game. And I heard Funky Dineva say before that he don't do the editing because it takes too long. He just, get the people what he give them. I like to put clips in my video, but it does take a lot of time to edit the videos. I feel like I could do more videos if I'm not worried about the editing so much, but we'll see. I'm not liking what I'm seeing in this episode. In particular, I don't like how I'm seeing that Brandy is being treated in this cast, and we're gonna have to talk about it. So let's go ahead and get started, okay? So the episode started off with Contessa. Contessa is hosting a girls' trip. Now the girls are hesitant to go on this girls' trip, in particular heavily in Simone, after the fight that they had that took place at Angel's party. Now, Simone is saying that when she said that she will look up Quad's VIN number on her car, she said that she said it as a joke. She said that she never did it and heavily threw her under the bus. My thing with Simone is, but you said it. And there's some truth in every joke.
Message.
And so, coupled with what you said on the live with Sweet Tea, I can understand Quad feeling away, and I can understand Heavenly being Quad's friend and saying that, okay? Simone says that she can kick her own ass for confiding in Heavenly, and she was telling Cecil that, well, because they was talking, she was telling Cecil that Heavenly acts like Simone is having all of these marriage problems, and her shit is just as fucked up. But Simone, you are having all of these marriage problems. I don't know if we want to say all these marriage problems. You're having a huge marriage problem, and your problem is that it seems to be only two problems. That Cecil is not making the money that he used to, and you haven't opened your purse for everything.
Somebody's got to pay.
And he's not having your back when you're trying to put your foot down with the boys. And you have said that on this show.
You don't think you said all this stuff?
Hold on, let Candy talk.
Your ass is on tape saying it.
So you can't act like that you're not having problems all of a sudden when Heavenly call it out. You are having these problems. Now, Simone says that she's having the same problem. Her shit is just as fucked up that her husband didn't tell her that her son was arrested. Now, I do think that is a problem that Heavenly is having in her marriage, and I think that is a huge problem. And for me personally, it's funny that Heavenly is running for office. She wants us to vote for her so she could be the voice of us. But she's not even the voice of her own household.
How do you have time to worry about who?
She's not even considered in her own household. So how do we think that she can speak up for us when she can't even speak up for her household? She's not even considered in her household. Because the thing is, if we vote for Heavenly, are we voting for Damon too? Is he going to be able to take over whatever duties we assign to Heavenly because he the man all of a sudden? And so that's what I'm worried about. Cecil is saying that we don't know what's going on in people's marriage. Cecil is so punk puss to me because when it comes to certain people, Cecil want to pipe down. I will never forget how he was talking at Greg when Damon came at Greg, but now all of a sudden when it comes to Heavenly and Damon, Cecil don't got nothing to say. He don't never got nothing to say because I feel like he don't want to get checked by Damon.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
I really do feel that way, and I'm not changing on. Heavenly is talking to Damon, and she said that Simone is miserable, she's unhinged, and she is physically aggressive. Daddy said that he didn't like what Simone said at Angel's party, and he said that he was furious. So Heavenly is debating on going on a girls trip because she said that she doesn't want to slap the shit out of Simone.
Girl, bye.
And she doesn't want to be put into a hostile environment with these women because they are trying to trigger her. And Damon said that these women are bullies.
Wow.
It can be.
Really?
If these women are bullies, what is Heavenly? What is Heavenly? Now, I will say, and I have to stand on this, and I call it fair. I don't like a lot of Heavenly antics, but I do think that Simone started with Heavenly. At the end of the day, Heavenly is running for office. And so all of these jokes that y'all have about it, if you don't got nothing nice to say or positive to say, don't say it at all. It's not a joke to her. She is really trying to run. And this is something that she really wants to do. And so I think that Simone thought that Heavenly was joking, but we could tell by Heavenly how she reacted to what Simone was singing that she was serious, and you should have just shut it down then. So the girls arrive at the airport. I thought that Mimi looked cute at the airport. I like the outfit that she had on at the airport. According to Simone, apologized to Angel for their behavior at Angel's event. But Simone is saying that word got back to her that Heavenly was saying that she doesn't feel safe around her.
What?
Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little bit later. Okay, so the girls didn't know what a girls trip was going to be. It's in Miramar Beach, Florida. And it is close to Pensacola, Florida. And that's where Contessa went to flight school at. Remember, Contessa was in the Navy. Yeah, she was in the Navy. I knew that she was in the service, but I didn't know. I thought that she was in the Army, but she was in the Navy. I'm glad she clarified that because I thought that her and her friend from Married to Medicine, LA, I thought Dr. Britton, I thought that they both were in the Army. So does that mean that Dr. Britton was in the Navy too? Y'all let me know. I thought that for some reason, I don't know why I thought that she was in the Army. On the way to the house, Jackie was saying that she wants to wait to talk to everyone about their behavior at Angel's event. And she tried to scold Simone and tell Simone that she was on 10. And Simone is saying everybody was on 10. Don't just come at me. And that's true. I feel like Heavenly does a lot of stuff. And because she does it all the time, nobody really checks her. They check the other people, but then nobody really says anything to Heavenly because it's like, oh, what is this? No. That ain't just going to be how Heavenly going to be because baby, if she going on 10, I'm going on 12. And it is what it is, okay? Simone says when people start claiming some shit that I didn't do, there's no coming back from. And so Simone is really bothered about what Heavenly is saying because Simone is saying I'm a professional. This is misinformation. It can affect my reputation and my medical career. And that's true. And Heavenly should know better because Heavenly had the same argument about Lisa Nicole. Because remember when Heavenly first joined the show, she used to walk around with a mug. And I believe Lisa Nicole said that she had Hennessy in the mug or E&J and Brandy. I don't know. It was some type. I don't really keep up with the drinks like that. But they basically said that Heavenly used to walk around with liquor in her mug. It was not no coffee or no frappuccino in her mugs when she was walking around 5 o'clock in the evening time with the mug. It was liquor.
Drunk, huh?
So they get to the house that the ladies are going to be staring at. It is a really, really nice, beautiful house. So Contessa took the big room, the master suite. Everybody else got to pick a room. It was a game that they had to play to pick the room. I thought it was really nice. But Angel and Brandy are going to have to share rooms. It's kind of like hazing, really, but not really. Y'all just sharing a room. It's not too bad. Some Angel is saying, oh, where's the nearest Ritz Carlton? I get so tired of the girls acting like that they're going to stay in the hotel and they never do.
You not fab like that to be doing all of that.
Girl, you are not going to no hotel. I wonder what production allowed them to, because we hear the girls say that all the time. The only one time that I ever seen the girls trip on all of these shows, and I'm just going to say about the Bravo shows, the only time I've seen the girls stay at a hotel before was Robin and Giselle when they went to Wendy's trip. I don't remember exactly where the trip was at, but that was the only time I ever seen the girls really go to a hotel. Angel and Brandy room was not bad. They had like 2 sets of bunk beds in there, and the bunk beds was full-size beds, and they also looked like they had a full-size bed or a queen size bed that was by itself, but they had a balcony in the room. I have never seen the kids' room with the balcony in there. You know, I know Giselle's daughter's on the Real House of Potomac when they took advantage of that balcony, baby. So when they get into the room, Angel is asking Brandy, how was your energy? And Brandy is offended by it. And when she was offended by it, this is the second time the women are calling her aggressive. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And y'all know where that comes from. That comes from Brandy being bigger. she's a bigger girl. And I do not like the way that Brandy is being treated on this show. I don't like it. And I know that I have a lot of jokes and stuff about people. I joke about everything. I'm a person that believes that everybody could be joked about, but I come from a family of heavyset women, and I have seen how heavyset people as a whole have been treated, okay? Or how they are treated.
I don't like it.
I've seen it. It was the way that Dr. Jackie asked the girl about her did she have a thyroid problem? The way that Mimi started with her last episode, and when she matched Mimi energy, all of a sudden she was aggressive. And now Angel is trying to follow up with Brandy off of what happened with her and Mimi last episode, knowing that Mimi started it. Mimi is upset at Brandy because she's trying to browbeat Brandy into supporting Heavenly or voting for Heavenly and psychoanalyze the girl, and then get upset when Brandy responds and calls her aggressive.
That's up.
Y'all are doing something to Brandy. She responds, and all of a sudden she's aggressive. And my thing is, if Brandy is aggressive, then what is Heavenly? What is Heavenly? And the crazy thing is, I see the play. The play is Mimi and Angel are trying to establish dominance over Brandy because she's the new girl. Angel is the new girl too, but not only is Brandy the new girl, she's the new girl that came in under Toya. So she's the new girl on the wrong team. Mimi and Angel are under Quad and Heavenly's Rainbow. So they're not going to come at each other. They're going to treat each other. They're going to be friends. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be friends. They're going to be cool. Brandy is an op because she came in under Toya. And I told you already, Mimi is looking at Toya like an op. That's why she keeps coming for Toya. It's not that she doesn't like Toya. She's going to have to find conflict with somebody on the show. And she's going to find that conflict with Toya because Toya is not a doctor. And Quad is a quote-unquote fan favorite.
Who said that?
I've never seen it, but they say that she's a fan favorite. And she's aligned with Heavenly. So if she's going to argue with somebody, Mimi is going to be arguing with Toya, and she's going to be arguing with Brandy. Angel apologized. Brandy said that apology don't mean shit, girl. You was trying to be shady, and you meant to be shady, and I called you out on it, and I backed you up off of me.
I know that's right. I know that's right, bitch.
But we can move on. But the apology don't mean shit. She knew what she was doing. She know what the play is. They ended up having hibachi night at the pool. Contessa shares that she called Heavenly, and Heavenly didn't answer. Okay. Now, Heavenly is going around saying that Simone pushed her. Simone said, I didn't push her. She tried to put her hand around me to take a picture. I took her hand away from me, and I said, don't touch me. Take your hands off of me and don't touch me. And the women are shocked that Heavenly is saying that Simone pushed her. They're saying in the confessionals that Simone ain't gonna bust a grape, but when they saying that Simone ain't gonna bust a grape, they mean it meant that as a dig. And it was so funny to me that Quad was saying it because Quad, you ain't gonna bust no grape neither, because we seen Lisa Nicole drown your bitch ass and you didn't do nothing.
What about your lesbian relationship, bitch? What about it?
She drowned you, baby, and you got her talking about you about to ruin your career. You know what that remind me of? That remind me of OG throwing Evelyn over there in them bushes, face down, ass up, and she got up talking about, I don't got no problem with you. I don't got no issue with you. If I didn't have no issue with you, bitch, we got one now. How do you get up from the ground over there in these bushes and stuff that OG pushed you and you still trying to get over here to fight? Oh, girl. Cece. Where they do that at? So, Quad, you ain't gonna bust no grape neither, and neither is Heavenly.
These bitches trying to just child boo.
Quad said that Heavenly felt bombarded. I don't want to say that she was bombarded. I think that Simone was bombarded. I do think that Simone started with Heavenly, but I wouldn't say that she was bombarded. I think that to me, somebody that's being bombarded, I think that Simone had almost 3 fights that night. The issue with Quad came out of left field. She didn't know where that was coming from. And then I don't think that she was expecting Heavenly to be on one like she was. And so that's 2. And then Angel came over there to her and she started almost arguing with Angel. So she almost had 3 arguments that night. So I want to say that Simone was bombarded. I wouldn't use the word bombarded. Words mean things. Words matter. I wouldn't say that Heavenly was bombarded. She only got into it with one person that night. Simone almost got into it with 3 people. So they ended up playing Truth or Dare. They ended up playing this game. I mean, well, y'all know the game Truth or Dare or whatever. They ended up playing Truth or Dare. Angel said that, they asked her to tell her about one of her, wild sex stories or funny sex stories or whatever. And she said that she tried to use this throat spray to take a few more inches in when she, you know what I'm saying? When she was throwing lips to the dick. She wanted to take a couple of more inches in. So she ended up going to the store to get this throat spray. And when she did it, it made her throat numb and she couldn't swallow. I had went to a passion party before. One of my friends, a boy, he had ended up throwing a passion party before, and I ended up going to a passion party before, and I tried the throat spray, but I didn't put nothing in my mouth.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
But I tried the throat spray. I didn't really think that even if I was going to put something in my mouth, I didn't really think it was going to do anything. It reminded me of like they have an antiseptic spray that you use, like when you have a sore throat when you were younger. That's what it tastes like to me. I don't really think that it would have done anything. But my whole thing is, girl, listen, I don't know, but for me, being a hair doctor is just not. I mean, if you could do it, but it ain't just on my bingo card like that to be, you know what I'm saying? It's not a goal that I want to be a good dick sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too much stuff in the world to be worried about going around here. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're going to suck the dick, you want to be good at it. But it's just not on my bingo card to, put a couple of more inches in. I don't know, girl. To me, that's crazy. They ended up asking Brandy to Truth or Dare, and I believe that she did Truth or I forget, whatever, but they wanted her to show a sex move. So she dedicated her sex moves to Quad because she wanted to show Quad how to get twins. And she did this move where she was like riding on her tippy toes. And then after she rode on her tippy toes, she seemed like the sheet fell on her back. Girl, Shamar got enough stuff that you could do all of that and keep the dick still inside.
Girl, I'm telling you.
So Shamar is blessed, ain't he? Okay, but she said if you do all that and relax, you'll get your twins. That's not gonna get you twins. And I believe that Brandy has a set of fraternal twins. It's so funny because I come from a family of twins. My grandmother was a twin. She had my mother, and then my mother had a set of twins. That is not going to get you twins. Okay, what happens is there is a gene that, especially with fraternal twins, and I heard Dr. Jackie say this on paternity court before, and I actually looked it up. My friend actually told me this too before I even heard Dr. Jackie said it was a doctor. So it has nothing to do with the man. It has nothing to do with the man putting the dick in there. It has everything to do with the woman. So what happens is it's almost what Dr. Jackie said it was. I wish they would have said it on the show. I remember when Married to Medicine, they used to try to teach you sometimes. So what happens is it's like a birth defect where the it splits. The egg splits. And so what happens is the egg splits and the twins are only determined by the woman, okay? And it is it's a gene that you carry. So for instance, my grandmother was a twin and she had my mother. So my mother carries the gene, right? And so my mother has 3 kids. She has me and my brother and my sister. Although I'm not a twin, me, my brother, and my sister, we all carry that gene. But I could give that gene to my daughter, and she probably will have twins because she has ovaries. But because me and my brother don't have ovaries, it won't really affect us. But we have that gene, and we will pass that gene on to our children, if that makes sense. But only our daughters probably have twins. It doesn't mean that every pregnancy, of course, because I'm not a twin, that the egg will split. But we still carry the gene to have twins, and that is how it works with fraternal twins. Okay, I think it's a different process when it comes to identical twins, but when it comes to fraternal twins, that's how it works. Okay. They asked Simone when was the last time she initiated sex. She said that she initiated sex in April when they went to Santorini, Greece. She said that she initiated sex. She was giving Dr. Cecil head and everything, and no shade. When they was talking about Simone giving head, baby, I just was looking at them teeth, baby, and was. I know she be cutting the dick sometimes. The next day, the girls go on a little excursion. Okay, so it's Contessa, Simone, Brandy, and Mimi. They're all going to see some dolphins and play with dolphins. Okay, on the way there, Contessa said that she ended up getting in contact with Heavenly, and Heavenly told her that she didn't come because it was Damon's birthday. They ended up talking about Heavenly again and what she said about Simone. And Mimi said that she's thinking that Heavenly was afraid to show up because of how she would have responded to Simone.
Shut the up, bitch!
And I want to like Dr. Mimi, and she seemed cool when she's not around Heavenly, but I want her to get out of Heavenly's ass. So Heavenly said what she said, and she meant to say what she said. She meant to say what she said. Brandy said that every gathering that she has been to, it has involved Heavenly being in conflict with someone. And baby, they wrote that beautiful being footage, and she is exactly right. Every gathering. But I'm not surprised because this is Heavenly's claim to fame. And this is another reason why I'm confused as to why Mimi was saying that Brandy needs to watch who she aligns herself with. Because you have aligned yourself with the most problematic person on the show. She is the most problematic person on the show, but because she's a doctor, y'all let her get away with it, and y'all want to make it seem like that Toya is the most problematic person on the show. No, baby, it's actually Heavenly. Brandy went on to say that she doesn't trust Heavenly. I wouldn't either. To me, Heavenly is just trying to make good TV, so she would throw anybody under the bus just to get a moment, just to get a scene. Quad, Angel, Jackie, and Toya, they're all going to have lunch. I love how Quad, they ended up riding on these mopes, like these, it looked like these Barbie trucks. I love how Quad brought Angel on the show, and she's given Angel a chance to get to know the other women. Because when they got on the mopes, Quad could have easily got on the mope with Angel and have Jackie and Toya ride together, but she didn't. She let Jackie get on the mope with Angel, let them have some one-on-one time. And she's not smothering her like Kiana was doing Angel, right? She's letting her get to know the other women. She's not making her feel like that she always has to be up under her, even though she brought her in. I like that. What I'm trying to say is that I like that Quad is giving Angel the freedom to make friendships and relationships with the other girls, because that is the only way she's going to cement herself in this friend group. And I really do think that was a detriment to Angel on the show. I don't even think that Kiana is seasoned enough to be ushering anybody in on the show. I just think that was a mistake on Angel's part, especially when Angel on paper is way better than Kay. Let me get out of Potomac. Let's go back to the Dolphin crew. The Dolphin crew is Contessa, Simone, Brandy, and Mimi. Okay. I don't know if I would have went over that playing with no dolphins. You know, I love to try new things, but I would have been nervous. You know what I'm saying? Because if something goes wrong, I don't know if somebody could say something to the dolphins that'll let me lose if they grabbed on me. You know what I'm saying? If something went wrong, can they hear underwater? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. But I don't know. I would have been nervous, but I still would have did it. Okay. On the way back, the girls are saying that they have to take a shower, and Contessa said that she took a whole bath at the Dolphins place or whatever. She said she watched the important parts. Okay. And the girls are saying, no, girl, you need another shower. We all need another shower. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? You need another one, a real one, you know? And I think that is the Navy in her, or the service. That's what the older people call it. They went to the service. I think that's the service in her. I had a friend who was in the Army, and I remember one day we was getting ready to go to the mall, and he did not brush his teeth. And I was like, you're not gonna brush your teeth? And he was like, no, I'm just gonna eat an apple. And I was like, an apple? And he was like, yeah, an apple is nature's toothbrush.
What?
And baby, when I tell you his breath was funky than a motherfucker, his breath was funky, baby. I remember having to turn off the AC in the car because his breath was, he had my car fucked up. He fucked my car up. I just had to, turn the AC off and just raise the window down, child. Angel and Toya are talking, and Angel is upset about what happened with Dr. Bernard or Dr. B. And she was telling Toya she didn't like what she did. You don't undermine another man while he was there. And it was very disrespectful. Undermine? In my opinion, I'm not worried about Dr. B or Dr. Bernard. He seemed like a cool person. For me, I thought the issue was about Toya putting Angel on Front Street in front of Dr. B and telling her business. I thought that was very disrespectful to Angel. And no matter what Angel told Toya to do, If I asked you, if Toya asked her to put her down with another nigga that was at the party, or get another nigga number that was at the party, you ain't supposed to go back and say it in front of Dr. B because it's disrespectful to me. Fuck him, it's disrespectful to me. That's the girl code. I don't really give a damn about Dr. B like that. I care about the, you get what I'm saying? I thought that was the approach that Angel could have took. Maybe, maybe she needs to study again. But, for me personally, I don't give a damn about Dr. B. I'm more concerned about Toya, what Toya did to Angel. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying, okay? Toya said that she was confused. She said that you asked me if I knew someone to put you down with, and now I feel blindsided. And she is trying to say that it would have fucked up her situation with Eugene's best friend because now you blowing up her spot. Girl, what? Girl, what? And so Angel is saying, girl, you funny. Girl, she's hilarious. Toya, there's no way you can win this. Just take the loss, baby. Just take the loss. The crazy thing about it, we don't even know what Eugene's friend looked like for you to be saying all this. And just because she asked you to hook her up with someone, it doesn't mean that they have to get married. Or if it doesn't work out, it'll change y'all relationship with each other. These are two consenting adults. These are two consenting adults. If it don't work out, it don't work out. But that is not going to be any fault against you. Their personalities probably didn't match. Eugene's best friend may not be like Eugene. So it may not work out. Angel ended up telling Toya, you know what I'm saying? If you really want to know anything about me, pull me to the side if you have something that you want to ask me. You don't say it in front of Bernard because it was disrespectful. But most importantly, Angel, it was disrespectful to you. Fuck Bernard. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't know. Dr. Bernard, I ain't got nothing against him. I'm just saying that. Then Heavenly ends up coming in. Okay, so Heavenly said the quad told her that Simone was saying a lot about her when she wasn't there. Okay, I think that Quad called Heavenly and told her that she took it too far and it wasn't a good look, because I really do feel like that Heavenly was going to try to play what she said about Simone up. That Simone was aggressive, that she was violent, she was unhinged, and she pushed her and said, get the fuck off her, and that ain't what happened. And I don't like that Heavenly did that, trying to make Simone seem like that she's this ghetto, unhinged hood rat when she didn't touch her. All she did do was just say, girl, get your hands off me. I don't want to take no picture with you. Get your hands off me with this fake ass shit. But that wasn't aggressive. That wasn't aggressive. But I do like that Heavenly showed up, because at the end of the day, I don't think the girls on this show at their core want to hurt each other like that. I think that Heavenly is trying to make good TV, and I think that in that moment, she took it too far. I do. Then we get back to the house. So Mimi them is back at the house, and Heavenly, Toya, and their group come in, and Contessa is acting like she didn't know that Heavenly was coming, like as if she's about to kick her out. Now, I don't think that she's really going to kick her out. I think that she probably doesn't have room for Heavenly, so Heavenly's probably going to have to share rooms with Mimi or Quad, or she could sleep in one of the bunk beds in Angel or Brandy's room. But I don't think that she's going to kick her out. Okay? But y'all, that was the episode. Let me know, do y'all think that Simone was aggressive? I don't think that she was aggressive at all. I really don't think that Simone was aggressive, but I will say that Simone started it. She did start it, in my opinion. And I know everybody got jokes about Heavenly running for office, but again, she's really running, and so it could be serious to her. It's not for us to judge. And how do y'all feel about these women trying to paint Brandy as aggressive? I'm telling y'all, they are painting Brandy as aggressive because she's bigger. She's a heavier girl. And the crazy part about it, she's not even all of that heavy. I don't like the way that the girls are trying to start with her, and then when she responds, all of a sudden she's aggressive. She's not aggressive. She's not aggressive. She ain't no punk bitch, but she's not aggressive. And I do think that they have to watch that aggressive word. Y'all do. Y'all got to watch that aggressive word. I don't like that. Okay? Because at the end of the day, she is a professional too. And it could affect her reputation and medical career. All right? But y'all, that's all I got right now. Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.